Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Okay, before we move ahead, my name is Gracious. In case this is your first time tuning into my channel, ask me what took me to Tinder before we even start this story. There's this friend of mine. She told me that her friend met someone on Tinder and that their relationship is really serious, so beautiful, that the guy really loves her. I was like, Tinder, especially in Nigeria, they just use it for hookup. One day I was less busy. I was actually bored. That was the time we were having serious power supply issue. There was no power supply and I think I was overwhelmed with work. I think I was editing that day, but it was so much. I needed to distract myself a little bit. I went to download Tinder. After setting up my profile, I started getting matches. Just within the space of 5 minutes, I got more than 10 messages from different people. So I got a message from this particular person. He said hi. I said hello. We didn't really talk much on that Tinder app. He was like, let's exchange contacts and talk more on WhatsApp. I was skeptical about giving my number because I just entered this app. I don't know anything about it. I don't even know if I'll be serious with the app. I was just goofing and playing around. I told the guy, why not send me your number? I'll chat you up on WhatsApp. After collecting his number, that was when I decided to just think well before giving my number. But at the end of the day, I just told myself, the thing is, I wouldn't be coming to this Tinder app. I know that I might even forget that I have the app on my phone sometimes. Before I chatted him up, it was already night. We didn't really chat much. He was like, I should send him some pictures and videos. I sent him just one picture. He was like, why are you being stingy with pictures and videos? He said, are you on Instagram? I said, yeah. He said, okay, I should just give him my Instagram handle. There he will see everything. He will see more. We didn't really talk much. Whatever we talked about was me questioning him, because he wasn't really like serious asking me real questions. I asked him, do you have a girlfriend? The guy told me, yeah, he's not in a relationship. And just after talking about basics, but I was the one that was asking the questions. I also asked him where he's from. He told me the state, either Osun or Ekiti State. We entered the next day. I was creating content till almost night, around 9-10 at night. The power supply went off, but I wasn't done. And I decided to distract myself a little bit to wait for power supply to come back. I told myself I'm going to wait till 12 midnight. If they don't bring the lights, then I'll wash up and go to bed. I went online. That was WhatsApp. So I got the guy's message. He was messaging me. He was like, are you busy? I told him not really. I was doing something, but the power supply went off. So I just gave him the scenario of what happened and what I said that I would do, waiting for 12 p.m. Waiting for 12 a.m. before I close down for the day if the light doesn't come up. And he was like, don't you have generator? I'm like, I have generator, but if I put it on, the sound is going to be messing up my background, because I was doing sit down talk. So I'm like, no, I can't use gen. I'd rather just continue tomorrow when the power supply is back. So he was like, since you still have an hour plus to wait, can we play a game? I was like, okay, I'm game. At least while playing the game, it will keep me really awake so that I don't feel sleepy. In case the light comes, I'll continue with my content. He sent me questions. There are 80 of them. So he said, in these questions, we are going to pick. He'll pick and I'll answer. I'll pick, he'll answer. I couldn't go through all the 80 questions before we start. So he was like, your turn. I saw questions like, who is your favorite artist? What is your favorite part of someone's maybe a male's body? If you're a male, a female's body, your favorite position. The questions that were there were more of sex related questions. The questions were off for me because we just met yesterday and today we are already like getting to know each other on a knacking level. And the few questions I've asked you have been me asking about getting to know you. We've not even talked about what I do or what you do. We've not even talked about your hobby, your favorite things to do, why you're bored at home. I felt like we should connect more on, I'll say, a personal level before we start talking about sex. So it will not make it look like we are all just here for sex. I was just trying to, like, you know, while away time and not feel sleepy while I was waiting for the power supply to come back. I didn't really think much of it because I don't know the extent it will get. But once it starts getting to the extent that I wouldn't permit, I'm going definitely stopping it. The questions I was speaking was more like, who is your favorite artist? Which female artist would you like to have something, you know, romantically attached with? But this guy went ahead and was asking me, what is your favorite position? What part of the male body do you prefer? But the question he asked that blew my head off was, do you prefer partnered knacking or threesome? So I'm like, nah, I don't think I'll choose any. There was another one he asked me, tell me your threesome experience. So I've shared it in this channel. I shared it with him. So he was just asking all these very dirty, naughty questions. And we just met yesterday. And I'm like, I don't understand where this guy is going to. But I didn't want to make huge meaning out of it. He said, no, that is a must that I have to pick. Why is it a must? Why won't I be able to skip if I'm not comfortable? Must I have any? I was like, okay, fine, partnered knacking. So he took that question very seriously. Yes, I've answered you. And then you kept making a big meaning out of the question. And then he was like, the partnered, would you prefer your friend and his partner and then with me and him? I was shocked. Would I prefer to bring my own friend and his partner than me and him? So it's more like me bringing my friend. My friend will bring maybe the boyfriend, and then me and him will not be in the same room or the same bed, and the four of us will be doing it together. That was when I understood what it meant. And I'm like, my friend, I don't have much friends, and the few that I have don't do such. So it was like, so my friends then. And I asked him, Oga, are you booking appointments already? I don't understand. I thought we were just playing a game. Because I felt like we were just playing a game. I don't know that Oga took it serious. So I was like, are you planning already? He said, yeah, but there's nothing wrong with it. Hey, I was shocked. Someone I just met yesterday is already talking about and planning how we'll have fun with knacking. Without even knowing much things about me. If I didn't ask him where he was from, he wouldn't know where I'm from. I don't think he even knows my name just because I say Gracious here. And I asked him his own name. And that was it. He doesn't know anything about me. His own is just less. So that was when my brain started connecting that. I guess this guy is just here to knack. And I even asked him, what are you looking for on Tinder? He was like, I came there to make friends. I'm not in a relationship. In my head, I'm like, is this how you start your relationship? You meet someone and the next thing is to knack. Is that how they do relationship? Still that same night, someone sent me a message. Hi. I was like, please, who is this? I asked him, please, do I know you? He said, Haba. Like, he made it to sound like you know me and you're pretending that you don't know me. You don't have a display picture, so how do I know? Maybe I lost your number or something, at least. So he sent me pictures, like 4 pictures. I looked up and down. The person was not looking familiar. The thing is that this person doesn't really know that I have a small circle. I don't really know, like, much people. So the few people I know, once I see, I will know. So I asked the guy, okay, how did you get my number? Because I don't think your face looks familiar. He was like, we met on Tinder. I was so confused. Tinder that I downloaded just yesterday. And I've not chatted with up to 5 people. And I've exchanged contact with just 1 person. And something happened that night. I went to my Tinder. I wanted to check if there's any way I uploaded my phone number there without notice. My Tinder app was refusing to open. So I had to ask the guy that I was chatting with, the one I was playing game with. I asked him, when you put your number on Tinder, does Tinder review your contacts to people? Like, can you see my contact when you go on Tinder? He was like, no. And I'm like, someone is just chatting me, and the person said we met on Tinder. And I'm confused because, to be honest, I downloaded this app just yesterday. I don't know anything about it. I've not talked to much people, so I'm confused how someone will just tell me you met me on Tinder. The guy was like, maybe someone gave me your number. This guy that I'm playing game with, I felt he is the one that is chatting me with another number, or he gave someone my number to try me. I told the guy, well, I don't know you, please. He was like, even if you don't remember, it doesn't mean we can't still talk. We can still talk and chat or gist or get to know each other. I'm like, okay, fine. So this guy that's just started chatting me started talking about kind of sex related. I can't really remember exactly how he started, but he was talking about knacking. He was just going straight to the point onto, like, you know, knacking. And I was like, I don't understand. You don't know me. We just started talking and then you're talking about knacking. Even if you want us to meet, first of all, we need to meet out in some place, maybe hang out, get to know each other, talk. Must it be knocking first or something like that, or coming to visit you at your place? So he was like, yeah, but we can still go out, drink, and then we go home, we have fun. And I'm like, I don't understand. Do you know me from anywhere? Where is that one coming from? He's like, we are two grown adults, we make each other happy. And I'm like, Oga, if you ever chat to me again and you're talking about knocking, just lose my number. In fact, you don't need to lose it, because I'm going to block you. You just met somebody and you're talking about knocking. Are you okay? Did I tell you I came there for hookup? If you're looking for hookup, you know where to get them, pay them money, have your fun, and move. I was like, no, it's not for hookup. I'm like, Oga, please, if you continue like this, block my number, stop communicating me. The one that I was playing game with, I told the guy, to be honest, I'm not comfortable talking about knocking with you. I thought we were just playing game, but he's entering into another level. I started taking time to answer him, to reply him. He was like, it's like you're becoming bored, let's play another game. That he's going to send me pictures, plenty of them, and I'll pick my favorite. I think a favorite 3 or 4. And I'm like, I don't understand. But if it's nude pictures, I am not interested. He was like, yeah, it is, but you might like it, just try. I'm like, no, I don't like it. He kept forcing me. I told him, oh yeah, send. I know he will send and I will not upload. He sent, the next thing I saw, plenty pictures just coming in. Plenty pictures was just dropping. And I just told him, Oga, I've downloaded 3 and I'm bored already. Anything relating to porn, I am not comfortable with it. I don't really like it. It is a turn off. So these pictures you're sending is not getting me excited, and I'm getting irritated already. He was like, okay, fine, let's go back to our former game. But I think after he chatted with me on the other number, he started losing the interest, because I wasn't really giving in to what he wants. And I also told him I am actually not comfortable talking about knocking or something like that, especially with a stranger. There are better things to talk about to get to know each other. We got to a point where we talked about visiting. So he asked me where I stay. I told him. He told me where he stay, and he was like, oh, not so far. But I made him understand that I am not coming to your house. I would rather prefer we go out, hang out. If we go out and hang out and get to meet, you come home with me. And I'm like, I don't understand what's happening in your house. Come home with you to do what? Like I don't have a home. If I go out with you and at the end of the day, I'll go back to my house. I have a house. It was like, well, even if we don't knock, at least we can hug. I was like, what does that mean? I was like, okay, we can kiss, we can cuddle. I said, I don't understand. Who is even coming to your house? Then you're talking of cuddling and kissing. Hey, God. Then I just figured that this guy just came for knocking. At a point, I even asked him, if you're looking for hookup, I'm the wrong person, okay? You can get hookup somewhere else. Not with me. He said no, he wants a relationship. It's me that you want to play with. Do I look like a shad to you? He was like, okay, fine, you're not okay with coming to my house on the first meeting. What if we go out on a second date? You'll be more comfortable to come home with me. I just told him, the thing is, it depends on how you connect with somebody. If we get to connect well when we meet, at least first date, going to your house knocking is a no for me. That's just my principle. Then on the second date, I feel that when we go on the first date, we meet in person, get to know, get to connect. When you talk with someone one-on-one, personally, physically, sometimes their body language, their facial expression has meaning, and you can read things in it. Then when we get back home, we can continue from where we stopped chatting and talking. It now depends on the in-depth of the communication and where we are headed towards. The second meeting might end well, and then you feel like, okay, yeah, we are dating. So I kind of told him that, like, if we meet for a second time, if we connect well, maybe. He was like, okay, what if we meet on the first date and we connect well? Jesus, I was just so tired at this point. I told him my battery is low and the power supply is not coming, so I think I need to sleep. My battery is low. I was like, okay, fine. So that's how we slept for the night. Then the next day, he didn't communicate me, I didn't communicate him, but between 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock, I just decided to check up. I was like, hi, what's up, how was your day, or how is your day going? I was like, my day is going fine, I'm good. You? I said fine. And I asked him, what do you do? He told me what he does. I said, okay. He didn't even ask me mine. This was our last conversation that next day. He didn't keep up the communication again. The other number he was using to communicate with me, the next day, that number also said, I think around 11, said hi. I said hello. That one didn't communicate again. This one didn't communicate again. Till today, this thing happened, started 19th of February. And it ended 21st of February. And it ended that way. We didn't communicate again. The guy did not contact me again. He didn't chat me up again. So I felt like, okay, this is a pure sign that he just came for knacking. Since then, I've not entered Tinder. So that was my experience with a guy that I met on Tinder. Have you had any awkward experience with anyone you met via social media? Or just in person? Maybe a guy, a girl. I would love to hear. I love gossip. You can leave it down there below in the comment section. I hope you had fun listening to my gist. And if you've not yet subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe to my channel. Turn on notifications so you don't miss out whenever I upload a new video. I'm going to see you next time in my next video. Bye bye.